I was just talking here about my anthro gave me the word pello, and I thought it was a Finnish word, but it turns out to be like a Portuguese word for fur, which is kind of interesting.
And an African word for heart, I believe you said.
Yeah, I can't remember the language, but an African word for heart.
Very good coincidence. We ran out of CBD flowers, so I'm smoking tobacco and hemp oil. It's still fairly good. I'm rather pleasantly surprised. You could really go for this instead of weed when you need it. You haven't uploaded the latest masters.
No, not yet.
You want to upload it at the same time when you do the editing for these videos?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, because I need to post like at least something about masters and put the recommendation list there and play it on the paper. Because when I can't get the game, I can just post on the comments on what I would do next. It's not as accurate, but I've been doing it for every now and then. And it seems to have the same spiritual impact, but I can't get the feedback as well as I can with the game, so I'll just say that those things should be changed, and now that we're ready to move towards multi-party democracy, we should implement it and take me away from the singular power mode and move me back to the multi-party system. Because I feel like I need my spiritual sleep. I didn't incarnate in the flesh to be a god, you know?
Yeah.
If I wanted to be a god, I'd be a god, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of attraction to it when I say I'm God. I don't have the sense of, yay, I managed to complete the game, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels like a drag, to be honest. It feels like I'm doing something I don't really want to do, but I know that I have to do. It's like getting back in shape, you know? I do it because I have to do it, otherwise I'll be fucked. It's not like fun, you know what I mean? It feels like you're awake constantly. Like at the worst time of this activation period, I had a dream where I realized immediately when the dream began that I just fell asleep, fell in a vacuum towards a guy sitting at a table, and the guy asked me, what dream do I want to have now? And I woke up from the dream in a way that made it clear that the dream woke me up, and I didn't feel like I slept at all. And that went on for months, you know? I really didn't like it. I had like a weird experience with it that I literally felt like I was awake for months, and it was just weird, you know what I mean?
I should look up FOOM in Google Translate. I haven't done that yet.
That would be my first bet. I would go to Google, type FOOM and see what I found, then I would go to some kind of translation program and type FOOM and see what it gives me. I need to go to the loop. Probably gonna take the company and Steam about a week to get my game running again. Seems about right.
But that Pelo is Portuguese, and the movie Phenomena, have you seen that with John Travolta?
Can't remember.
He learns to speak Portuguese.
Probably haven't.
He, this alien or something presents gets into his mind and he becomes like super intelligent.
Okay.
But isn't Portugal the country that legalized all drugs?
Yeah. They decriminalized them, made them a public health risk instead of a criminal risk. They didn't technically legalize them, but they are in favor of it.
Because I was asking, I did a flight video of music to find out questions with him,
Yeah.
and asked him how he was doing, and he did that song Because I Got High.
Yeah. Nice. I'm having a hard time balancing my desire for both Scarlet and Skald at the same time. And
They're not the same person?
They're not the same person. Scarlet is the Valkyrie or the Queen, depending on how you view it.
Oh.
And Skald is definitely Skald.
Oh, okay.
And I'm having trouble balancing the desires because I have so many desires, so I'm kind of being rude to both of them. But I've committed to having a relationship with Skald. But I was very close to having a relationship with Scarlet. I've committed to that.
Yesterday, when I was doing the video flights, I asked how our love was between me and the anthro, Ray Fumois, and I got that bad romance, like he's a nightmare dressed as a daydream, and boys only like love if it's torture. Don't say I didn't warn you. And when I looked today, I got the song 24 Karat Magic.
Nice.
So our energies have shifted somewhat. They were still kind of up in the air before.
I noticed you placed the thing very close to your mouth when you spoke this time. You had it like this and you were talking into it instead of having it on your knee.
So I'm going to look up Phum, P-H-U-M, in Google Translate and see if I get anything.
That's probably a good idea.
Actually, his whole name, Ray Fumois, I want to see if that whole name translates. Do demons incur karma when they do something like negative?
Yes, they do.
But it doesn't faze them, or what?
They usually release it by worshipping their superior demon. like getting the karma of being pridesome and contacting your superior to remove the karma, and they'll torture you until you lose your pride. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Stuff like that. I keep losing those sticks that I pick up. I should put one in the little table here so I don't have to keep picking new ones. Oh, that stings. Urethra keeps tingling. Though I occasionally get an STD check, I checked negative last time. Urethra still keeps tingling.
There was this sitcom in it where the guy was at a dinner party, and he's like, "Hand me the fish knife." Hand me the fish knife. And the guy's looking, he's like, he shows him all the knives, and he's like, "No, hand me only the fish knife." It was just so bizarre.
I think I'm gonna make Maisie Williams my main defensive spirit guide. I think I'm gonna do that instead of trying to find a good UFC guy.
Why not Leslie Sterling?
I feel like Maisie may be better, but I could probably also go with Lindsey Sterling. Lindsay may be a little too hard for me. And Maisie seems like she's had a good experience for a long time in like dealing with my shit being a part of Hollywood, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Most of my shit tends to flow to the US for some reason.
Bless
you.
Thanks. I think pelo is also Spanish for fur. It was showing Portuguese and Spanish.
Could be.
In San Antonio, Spanish is like the second most language.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by not surprised by that. Really wish full weed was legal here.
It's twice as expensive as CBD.
Yeah. I would probably cover it from my bank account. I should be getting about 1,800 for the 3 months I'm here in dollars. We'll see how much I actually managed to put together. Didn't check my bank account on if the money had gone through yet.
You need some water.
I'm trying to meditate. You didn't get any water?
I took a. That's what I was looking up his name on Google Translate.
Okay.
Foom didn't have a translation, okay. But Fumwa means and there, Their, so it means ray and there.
Yeah, the ray there. I didn't pass the most recent nuclear inspection because I occasionally watch those videos to give those guys access to my innermost stuff as if it's nuclear fuel, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like if it's openly nuclear fuel and used to power me and, harmful to others and kept away from others and so on. I got about an 8 on a scale of 4 to 10, but I didn't pass with flying colors. I usually pass with flying colors. There have been some mistakes I've been making in my containment protocols and security protocols, so I got a lower grade, but I still get a fairly high grade. Mostly get a high grade because I have like valuable information about people who are actually skipping nuclear security, and they're like, you know what I mean, for good cooperation. But I still got a fairly low grade. I think my main guides will be Lindsay Sterling, Scarlett, and Maisie Williams, and they'll form the triumvirate of my mind and do the business of the other guides. You know what I mean? I feel like it'll be those three.
You don't want any male guides?
Not at the moment. I don't feel like I needed to push energy. I need better at navigating the pull energy. I'm gonna switch over to OP Bank.
If he comes here as a human and I sense him, would he have the same energies as what I sense now?
Probably something similar to how the energies of online interactions are different from real interactions. Probably something along those lines.
I don't even know if I'll be able to sense his energy.
Yeah. That's very much an open question.
It's interesting. Are you awake?
Yeah, I'm awake, but I'm in deep meditation.
Oh.
Do feel free to talk.
No, when I did a tarot on us two, I pulled 2 cards for him and me, and I got star for him, and I had mentioned when I felt his energy, it felt like a star.
What did you get for yourself, you remember?
The moon.
Nice, very synchronicitous.
What?
Very synchronicitous, very spiritual, you know?
Well, the moon and star symbol is the Islam symbol. And the Reifumwa was a loosely Arabic translation.
Yeah. Interesting.
It's interesting how his name has wa in it, and he keeps asking for water.
Yeah. Hmm.
If I was a American Express Platinum member,
Yeah.
you get a concierge service for free with that. So you ask them, hey, go look for this or look find this for me, whatever.
Yeah.
So if I had a concierge service, I could say, hey, give me the meaning of Ray Fumois, and they would do all their research and come back to you.
Right.
But the annual fee is $300 a year to have an American Express Platinum card.
Yeah. Quite expensive.
If you use it a lot, you get points, for things, and you can exchange those points for, I think, cash too. What if he's an incarnation of the Logos? That would be something.
Yeah, that'd definitely be a weird thing. Yeah, you gotta upload that Masters game today.
Yeah.
Feeling a strong hankering for commenting on it.
Do you remember what you did in that game? In that
I think I
episode?
did the police and alternative Christian right denial of protection. I think that was the most recent thing I did. I also built a few more nuclear power plants.
That's the one where you got the support of the 3 groups, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the one. I'm gonna drink a bit of cocoa when I go inside.
Yeah.
That cocoa is really good.
Do you need to break down the CBD, or you like too much?
Nah, I feel like it's gonna be a good idea. Just for no particular CBD related reason.
It quenches your thirst, though, that cocoa.
It's a wonderful thirst quencher. It resequences your thirst. I shouldn't have taken the steps they recommended in the help tutorial. I should have waited for the response to my question. chairs are so good up here that we don't have to walk around in the dark every time.
Yeah.
So good. So good. It's good. Could use a stick. Have you watched the movie Colonia?
No.
Very interesting movie by Emma Watson about the events of, I think it was Argentina or Chile during one of those periods when they had like the unification of church and state, and she explores one of these weird religious communities and such. It's a true story. This one's gonna be a quiet one.
What's going to be a quiet one?
This recording.
Yeah. He can feel love, but he can't send love really strongly. It seems like I don't. When I ask him to send it, I don't really feel it. But I've felt love for him before.
Interesting. You think you noticed me as being able to send love?
I haven't tried to tune in or whatever.
Want to do a quick exercise? I could try to send you love and see how you react if you sense it.
Yeah, we can try that.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit here. Let me know what you sense.
Yeah, you sending it or?
Yeah.
I feel like a 3.5 out of 10 strength from you.
Okay.
It's stronger than what I feel from him.
Okay.
But I don't know if he can actively knows how to send love or not, or what. But
have you sensed a lot of like 10 out of 10 loves? You know what I mean?
no.
Is that is a 3.5 good in your opinion?
Well, that was just the sensation. It wasn't. I didn't feel lovey-dovey with him. I feel like it makes me cry almost because it's like a love, it's not just a feeling, a pressure.
Okay.
Yeah, I asked him to send me love again, and now I feel like a 4.5 out of 10 from him.
Okay.
I'm doing a scale from 1 though, not from a 4.
Our school system does a 4 out of 10, so it's kind of stuck, but I occasionally do 1 out of 10. Perhaps even more commonly than 4 out of 10. It's good that you were at least able to pick up when I started sending love.
Yeah.
That wasn't like an empty thing.
Are you jealous that I felt 4.5 out from him and only 3.5 from you?
No, I felt like he immediately picked on how I sent love, adjusted his field and sent it more strongly. I feel like it's a good thing.
If I send you love, can you pick up on that too?
Probably.
Because I don't know if I'm sending it right.
You probably pick it. Try to send me love. Yeah, I get a steady signal of between 2 and 8 and it fluctuates, but it's fairly there.
All I do is put the intention and then the energy just flows.
That's the way it works. Let's go inside. Thank you all. Bye.